Well, the opera was over. The fat lady sings no more. But wait, there is singing as a community of over 500,000 people chant the praises of 11 dedicated men. The Seattle Supersonics, the world champions of basketball. The success story that was to be the Seattle Supersonics in 1978-79 actually took hold a season earlier when the Sonics lost the NBA championship to the Washington Bullets in a hard-fought 7-game series. Truly a bitter ending to an otherwise outstanding season.
12 seconds left in the game. The Bullets lead 102-99. Unsel's shot is good. And that may have been the biggest Bullet free throw ever. And right now it looks as if the longest summer will belong to the Sonics. They could still win, but 103-99 against them. All right, 12 seconds to go. Paul Silas looking to inbound, looks for Dennis Johnson. DJ double team. Left side DJ into an 18-footer, misses. Rebound Unseld. The game belongs to the Bullets. Here goes Bobby Dandridge. He drives, dunks the ball. That's the punctuation point. The Bullets have won the championship. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds. Freddie Brown left side. His shot will be meaningless. It goes in, but it will not count. And so the final scores, the Bullets win the championship. It's the Washington Bullets 105, the Seattle Supersonics 99.
So it was back to the drawing board, and the Sonics to a man knew exactly what had to be done. The 1978-79 Sonics enjoyed not only their most successful season on the court, but at the box office as well. Playing in the spacious Kingdome for their first season, the Sonics drew 747,243 appreciative fans. Yes, it's safe to say Seattle and the entire state of Washington loved their basketball team. The Sonics started the season as if their name were Seattle Slew, winning their first 7 games. First of all, the Chicago Bulls.
9 seconds left in the ball game. Dennis Johnson will go to the locker room and then we'll report out. Long pass down. Lagarde layup good for the Sonics. They lead by 20 points, their biggest lead of the night. That'll be the final score, I think. 2 seconds. 1. Theus on the run. Shoot. He hits it. That was not the final score. Theus hit one of the buzzer on the run from about 28 feet. And so the final score of tonight's Kingdome inaugural is the Sonics win their first game of the year. It is Seattle 104 and the Chicago Bulls 86.
Next to fall were the Kansas City Kings, the New York Knicks, the Indiana Pacers, the San Antonio Spurs, the mighty world champion Washington Bullets by 29 points, and finally the Milwaukee Bucks. Yes, the Sonics were off to a soaring start. The Lenny Wilkens Sonics machine won 20 of their first 26 ball games. Holding the ball out there, gets a pick from Roundfield off the reverse side of the baseline. His shot is blocked by Jack Sigma, grabbed by Dennis Johnson on the fast break to Fred Brown. John Johnson in, layup good. Great fast break by the Sonics. Wants to shoot, double team can't, feed back to JJ right side. Wants to shoot, can't, out to Shelton, shot clock at 4. Shelton drives, 8-footer is good. Lonnie Shelton, Kareem hand up, screen. DJ open, 15-footer, bang. Sonics Brown at midcourt, passes right sideline. JJ, fake left, drives right baseline, goes layup shot. JJ is good. Long pass to Brown, had to lean out of bounds to grab it back, shoots right corner. Swish, and Freddie Brown may be hot tonight. And Brown down the left side in the corner. DJ pulls up, shoots 10-footer. No good, going inside for the rebound. Silas gets it back to the basket. It is good. Gets it into Walker, turnaround 12-footer, swish, Wally Walker.
Double team on the ball, DJ over to Gus Williams, left side, pulls up, 16-footer, good.
The Snyder left side shoots an 18-footer from the corner, good. The Sonics continued their soaring and were now just 1 game away from winning the Pacific Division Championship. So the Sonics journeyed to Jack Kent Cook's fabulous Forum to meet the Los Angeles Lakers. And the Sonics went boom.
Sonics will be number 1 in the Pacific Division and the Western Conference if they win this one, and they lead by 13. Stolen by Dantley out to Nixon. Nixon up the middle. He drives, goes in, layup shot, rolled off the rim, no good. Batted out to Hassett. Hassett to Gus Williams all by himself. He goes. Slam Duncan. He has 29 points for the ball game. Some fans says give it to Roby. They try to, but Sigma knocks it away. Outlet pass. There goes Gus again. Then Chase flips it over his head, and a layup shot is good by Jackie Robinson. Gus had enough points at 29. He lets Jackie pick up a couple, and it's 109-91. And the Sonics have won this one going away. Sigma grabs his 12th rebound. Long outlet pass. Jackie Robinson drives, dunks the ball. And the Sonics lead by 20, 111-91. They are just blowing the Lakers out right now, but the game is all over. 20 seconds to go. 20 has been Seattle's biggest lead. Shot right side, no good by Adrian Dantley. Rebound, J.J. There goes Joe Hazzard down. Chased by Carter, flips behind. Gus Williams way up, good. The Sonics by 22. They've been putting on a fast break clinic the last few seconds. 113-91, the Sonics. Shot put up and under the right side by Kenny Carr, good, down to 2 seconds. Pass down to Robinson, fires from center court. He almost made that, but he didn't. The final score is the horn sound. The Seattle Supersonics 113, the Los Angeles Lakers 93.
The Sonics knew what they had to do, and they did it as they walloped the Lakers 113-93 to capture their first ever Pacific Division title. Many of the players felt that even though they had won the Western Conference Championship a year ago, that this title was even bigger because it was not a short series, it was a long 82-game season. So now it was on to the playoffs, the NBA's so-called second season, and this is what it's all about. After a vigorous 82-game season, after months and months of hard work and determination, this is what it all comes down to. Now, General Manager Zolly Valchuk and President Sam Schulman were mighty happy about that Pacific Division title, their first ever. But like everyone else, they were hungry for that NBA championship. And because of their division-leading 52-30 record, the Supersonics did not have to participate in the NBA's preliminary round, a best 2 out of 3 that can very often wind up with a tragic ending. So, as a result, their opening round opponent, the Los Angeles Lakers. The Sonics took the opener by a 112-101 score. But in Game 2, victory was a little more difficult in coming, having to be earned in overtime. Now, the Sonics had it won late in the game. Then, after blowing a big lead, they needed one of the all-time great plays in Sonic history by center Jack Sickman and one of the most remembered shots by Dennis Johnson to take it to overtime for their second straight win.
Capers hands the ball to DJ. Feeds into Gus Williams. Gus swings it right on play. Gus the Sickman overhead shot to the foul line. It's blocked by Jabbar. Grabbed by Sickman. 4 seconds. Right corner DJ. 18-footer. Good. Dennis Johnson on the Lakers. Up to the end of the ball game is tied. It goes into overtime. Listen to this crowd.
Game number 3 was another overtime affair. Only this time, Los Angeles emerged victorious. Then in Game 4, what little chance the Lakers had of tying it up died at the horn when Norm Nixon missed a shot from the top of the key. The Lakers didn't know it, but they were finished now. And on April 25th, the Sonics closed out this series with a 106-100 win.
Out on top to Snyder. Has a pick out there of Autry. Backs away, feeds over to Shelton. Jumps a quick 16-footer. 2. 96-85. The Sonics lead by 11 again. Out of the left side, Silas gets it into Autry. Coming around Gus. Gus to the baseline. Boxed in the corner. Swings back out. Shot clock is down to 6. Gus feeds top of the key. DJ, shot clock at 2. DJ lets go with a 20-footer. Oh! Dennis has had a fantastic offensive ball game. That's his 21st point, but he had 19 in the first half. 190 the Sonics by 10. 12 seconds. The Sonic fans are getting ready to yell. Walker in backcourt. Over to Snyder. 8 seconds. Fires up to Wally Walker over the midcourt line. 5 seconds. The Sonics have the game won. Silas, 20-footer. No good. Has it rebound. No time to put it up. Sonics win it. Eliminate the Lakers. Final score, Seattle 106 and Los Angeles 100.
Next came the Phoenix Suns. And what a series this turned out to be. The Supersonics took the first 2 games at home with 108-93 and 103-97 victories.
Here's Autry gets a low post left side. All jammed up, wanted to get DJ. Freddie Brown shoots 20-footer. Good. It's down. Down the hatch for Freddie Brown and his 6th point of the ball game, and Seattle leads 83-68. DJ high on the right side. Brown in the corner, open 22-footer. Good. Freddie Brown in streaks tonight, made 2 in a row, missed 6 in a row, has made his last 2, and the fans began to go wild at an 85-70 Sonic lead. Off the high post, JJ fakes the give and go. Now pass back and under reverse layup. Dennis Johnson, good. The Band-Aid twins go at it, and DJ gets his 15th point of the night. 89-72, the Sonics lead. JJ working on Kramer. Lobs it in deep to Dennis Autry. Back out to Gus Williams. Shoots 17-footer. Good. Gus Williams, 18 points of the ball game. 91-72. Sonics' biggest lead, and here's a steal by JJ. Feed to Gus. Gus drive, goes in. Layup, good. And now the Sonics lead by 21 points. Their biggest lead of the night. McLean jumper, top of the key, going to be short. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds, 2, 1. It's all over. as the Supersonics win the first game of the Western Conference Championship Series. Seattle 108 and Phoenix 93. Gus the left side, passing under. Silas layup shot good. A great assist by Gus Williams and a layup by Paul Silas for his 5th point of the night, on the Sonics lead at 87-85. Gus Williams into Dennis Johnson, who just came in for Snyder. They double team him, goes over to Gus Williams. He gets double team, blows it out of backcourt, up the middle, feed off the Sigma left side, shoots 10-footer. It's good. Jack Sigma, the 4th quarter player of the Sonics. The Seattle leads by 3, 91-88. Gus Williams out of backcourt, hits Silas over on the right side, starts in, gives the ball to Sigma, turns, shoots 15-footer, good. Here's that 4th quarter, Jack Sigma coming on again. 2 for 2 in this period, 10 points for the night, and the Sonics lead 93-88, and the crowd going wild. Out on top of the key, Shelton left open for a moment. Boozy flies by, Shelton shoots, going to be off the left side, no good. JJ gets it in under. Layup by JJ is good. John Johnson, 19 points in the ball game, and the Sonics lead at 95-90. JJ goes in, fall away 10-footer, good. John Johnson with 21 points. I think JJ is about at his high for the season. Zone trap being put up by Phoenix. Sonics having trouble. Sigma gets it in to Gus Williams. Gus to the ball. It's 3-on-1 on Robinson. Gus feed to Shelton. Drive and a slam dunk by Lonnie Shelton. Shelton, 18 points in the ball game. 99-95. Gus Williams comes down on Boozy. Gus inside. Underhanded shovel shot. Good. Gus Williams makes his first field goal after 7 straight misses. 14 points for the ball game. And timeout, Phoenix. Scott brings it into Westfall. Out high, working on DJ, goes in. Passing under Adams. Batted away, a steal. Gus Williams with the ball. Gus is grabbed in backcourt with only 1 second left on the clock. The ball game is going to be over. The Sonics have won it. The Phoenix Suns knew it a couple of minutes ago.
But back on their home court, the Suns proved to be ungracious hosts, winning twice, 113-103 and 100-91 to even the series at 2 games apiece. Then on May 11th in Seattle, the Suns stunned the populace with a 99-93 victory. Suddenly, and for that matter very shockingly, the Sonics were now squarely behind the 8 ball. It was either win or see you next season. And to compound matters, the next game was back in the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, where the Suns had posted an impressive 32-9 record in the regular season, where Seattle had won only 6 games in 11 years, and where the Sonics had never won a playoff game. And the Sonics were in trouble in this game after 3 quarters, trailing 88-75. But in the crucial 4th quarter, they reached down for that little bit of extra that makes champions. And
Brown out high from 24. Bang, downtown. Fred Brown, 15 of the ball game. Sonics trail by 6. Feed over to Lonnie Shelton. Shelton shoots from 20 and hits. So Lonnie Shelton, who had not scored too well in the first 3 quarters, pops one in to start this period, and it's 90-84. Brown feeds off right side, Shelton from 16. He swishes one that barely rippled the mesh going through. And now it's a 4-point Phoenix lead at 90-86. The Sonics battling their way back, narrowing the gap. Sigma battling for position with Kramer. The ball goes to DJ, top of the key, swings it left on Bratz. DJ step round move, shoots 14-foot bank shot, good. Dennis Johnson, 23 points. And the Sonics are down by only 2, 93-91, as they have battled back in this 4th quarter, knowing it's now or never.
however, the game wasn't over yet. The Suns still had a chance. But in the final minute of the ball game, Phoenix committed only their 2nd turnover of the half. And boy, was it costly.
Walter Davis out high. They have 15 on the shot clock. Davis fouling. He traveled with the ball. Walter Davis took an extra step, traveled with the ball, and Jack Madden saw it and made the call. He was trying a step-round move and took too many steps. And now Alvin Scott will come back in for Davis. Davis, despite his great scoring, Mike Bratz will also come in. Bratz will come in for Westfall. This is a defensive move. All right, the Sonics lead by 1 with 40 seconds left, 106-105, and a big, big time down court for Seattle right now. DJ over to Paul Silas out on the wing. Silas needs some help as they're overplaying everybody. Paul dribbles off to the top of the key. Now gives to Gus Williams. Shot clock at 10. The game clock at 25. Gus reverse move. Foul line jumper. Off the rim. No good. Sigma tip. No good. They're batting it around. Who has the ball? The Phoenix Suns. Garfield Hurd. 16 seconds left as the Suns will have 16 seconds to set up a game-winning shot. The inbounds pass to Boozy. Already it's down to 14, 13, 12 on the game clock. Boozy with the ball out high. Over to Paul Westfall. Westfall drives, goes in. Step round move. Can't shoot. Double team. Feed out to Davis. Shoots from 18 feet. It is no good. Sigma going for the rebound. Tipped it out of bounds with 1 second on the clock. The Suns will have the ball and 1 second to score as Seattle leads them by 1. Here we go. Boozy in bounds. He finally gets it in a hurry. Puts up a 15-footer at the buzzer. No good. The Sonics win the ball game. The Sonics win the ball game, tie it up, and it'll come back to the Kingdome for game number 7 on Thursday night. The final score as the Seattle Supersonics win at Phoenix this afternoon. The final score, Seattle 106 and Phoenix 105.
So now it came down to just one game, May 17th in Seattle. Things looked bright for the Sonics as they appeared coasting to victory. But in the fourth quarter, the Suns tried to steal a page from the Sonics book by putting together a charge of their own.
Silas, all right, Sonics lead 105-99. Gus Williams goes in, dribbles the ball off of his foot. Mike Bratz gets it, and then a backcourt foul is called against Gus Williams, and these Suns are not out of this ball game. The Sonics have suddenly begun to commit turnovers and have problems. Gus Williams has 5 fouls. It is a backcourt foul, and Bratz with 3 to make 2. And if the Suns score this time, they will trail 105-101. Remember, the Sonics had a 15-point lead. Bratz sinks the first one, and the Suns are down by only 5, and the clock is down to 2:07 left. Boy, if the Sonics were to blow a 15-point lead here against Phoenix, what a closing finish that would be for the Suns. Bratz's next shot is good, and the Suns are ready to set up that zone trap. J.J. into Silas out in the left corner. Shot clock at 10. Drive. DJ. Shot blocked by Adams. Truck Robinson. Long pass down to Westfall. Westfall goes in. His shot is rejected by Gus Williams. Picked up by John Johnson. A great block by Gus Williams on one of the defensive plays of the game. Gus Williams left side. Feeds out to JJ. 45 seconds left in the game. Garfield Hurd knocks the ball loose from Dennis Johnson, commits a foul, and now the Sonic Strong feeling a win is about here. They are standing and cheering. 106-101. But not without a scare, and the ball game still is not over. Seattle's 5-point lead, and DJ goes to the line with 1 plus the penalty shot. The Sonics are 24 for 32 at the line. Phoenix is 26 for 35, so that is all just about even up. DJ's first shot good, and that brings out a cheer from the crowd. It is 107-101. I'll let you tell if he makes the second one. He shoots. What is your guess? 108-101. Sonics lead by 7.
The game finally came down to some final, frantic seconds.
Paul Westfall, 4 seconds left. He'll have 2 to make the 1. Should he miss, he just fires the first one to the backboard. Now this one has to hit a rim. It's got to hit a rim. Will he do the same as they need the 2? Will he miss? He does. The ball is batted around, and Jack Sikma gets it in backcourt. Guys are all over him. A foul is called, and the biggest rebound in his career, Jack Sikma, on the intentionally missed free throw by Paul Silas. Got fouled by Don Boozy. And so the Sonics, with a 2-point lead, the Phoenix Suns took it right down to the wire, and it's still not over. It's still not over. It's a backcourt foul. Sikma will get 3 to make 2. Sikma to the line, 3 to make 2. Backcourt foul. Here's the first one coming up. Eyes the hoop, puts it up. It is no good. Gus Williams gives him some encouragement. The Sonic lead is at 2. Sikma, 31 points, shoots. He makes it. 113-110. Seattle leads by 3. Sikma shoots. He hits. 114-110. The Suns no timeout. And Dennis Johnson steals the inbound pass, throws the ball near the ceiling, and the Sonics win the Western Conference NBA Championship. The final score. Tonight's final score, the Seattle Supersonics 114 and the Phoenix Suns 110.
Sometimes it seems like the whole town's a team when they get behind the Sonics and cheer. That's what you got, yeah, the action is hot. This week, right here, Sonics, yeah, you're okay. You bring us all the thrills of the NBA. It's great to hear that Sonic boom hit the dome when the Supersonics play at home. Sonics basketball, from the opening tip-off to the final call. You can be with the people and hear them shout as you watch the shooting stars come out. Sonics, yeah, you're okay. You bring us all the thrills of the NBA. It's great to hear that sonic boom hit the dome when the Supersonics play at home.
Now it was on to the finals for the second year in a row, and for the second consecutive season, the Sonics' opponent would be the Washington Bullets. If the Sonics were to be world champions, they would have to beat the team that did them in just 1 year early. You could smell the possibility of sweet revenge. Over the course of the 1978-79 season, the Sonics and Bullets met 4 times, each team winning 2 games. But a more remarkable statistic had to be that point differential between the two clubs in those 4 games. 429 for Washington, 428 for Seattle. A mere 1 point difference. Now, when you talk about balanced matchups, this appeared to be it. Game 1 was played at the Capitol Center Pavilion, Landover, Maryland, and went to the Bullets by the narrowest of margins, 99-97. But even in defeat, it was clear to all that the Supersonics were the better team. At one point in the contest, they found themselves down by 18 points. But with the poise and pride that had become the trademark of this club, the Sonics, known for their great comebacks, erased that deficit and tied the ball game. With the score tied at 97-97, Seattle could have won the game, except for this controversial call that allowed the Bullets to win after time had expired.
Bobby Dandridge will inbound and under Larry Wright puts it up. No good! But a foul was called on Dennis Johnson, I believe. A foul is on Dennis Johnson with no time on the clock, and they're going to let Larry Wright go to the free throw line. A foul on Dennis Johnson, no time showing on the clock, so all Larry Wright needs to do is make one, and the ball game is over. The Sonics left the middle open, and Larry Wright went in, misses his first foul shot. He still has 2. It is not over. All he needs to do is make 1. A lot of pressure, but he's been striving under it all afternoon. It goes. There's the ball game. Final score. Wright will still get one more chance to make it. His next shot is good, and the Bullets win the first ball game by a score of 99-97.
A defeat of that nature can do only one of 2 things to a team. It can either take the heart and soul right out of you and make you easy prey for predators, or it can ignite the fires of fury that lead to ultimate glory. In the Sonics' case, the latter took effect, for they were not to lose again. In Game 2, the Sonics did what was necessary and emerged with a 92-82 victory.
Charlie Johnson from 18 shoots, misses, down to 2 seconds, 1 second. Ball game is over, and the Sonics win game number 2 to tie it all up. Final score, as the Seattle Supersonics take this one right down, hold the Bullets to only 82 points. The final score, the Seattle Supersonics 92 and the Bullets 82.
Back home in Seattle for game number 3, the Sonics were a confident bunch, and it was evident in their play as they raced to a 55-44 halftime advantage. As once again, they were paced by their brilliant backcourt duo, Gus Williams and DJ Dennis Johnson. All the gears were meshing now. Everyone was making a vital contribution. There was downtown Freddie Brown, mired in a shooting slump. He broke out in this game, hitting 6 for 9 from the floor, and an overall total of 16 big points. And then there was center Jack Sickman. Magnificent. He was rapidly emerging as a major force in this series. With all of this on their side, not to mention 35,928 howling fans, the second largest crowd ever to see an NBA playoff game, Game 3 belonged to Seattle by a 105-95 score.
They bring it into Hassett. Fans are beginning to count now. Down to 10 seconds. The ball game belongs to the Sonics. Hassett doing a dribbling job out on top. The fans want him to shoot from 25. He does. He missed. Joe Hassett and the fans hoping an exclamation point will be put on the game with a long shot from 25 feet, but it would not go down. But the Sonics win the ball game with a final score. Seattle 105 and the Washington Bullets 95.
Now we come to the classic of this series. It turned out to be game number 4. In the early going, it looked like Seattle's game all the way. But a series of questionable fouls found Washington leading by 1 point at the half. The second half started off in much the same fashion as the first 24 minutes of play, with Seattle holding the advantage. But they were rapidly losing control.
And DJ goes to the line for 2 as play resumes. He shoots his first one and misses. Sonics have had many, many misses in this second half, and it could be very costly in a close game. Bullets get it into Unseld, low left side. Coming around Charlie Johnson. Unseld still with the ball. Looks for Johnson. Passes into him right side. Backs away. He's going to shoot from 15. He hits, and the Bullets lead. Charlie Johnson with a fantastic moving shot under pressure. And the Bullets lead at 97-96, and we're down to 5:19 left to play. Gus Williams out high, getting a pick from Sigma. Off the left side, shoots from 18. It's going to be short. Caught in under by Bobby Dandridge. Feed out to Tom Henderson. The Bullets could go back in the lead. Henderson jitterbug dribble goes in. Layup shot is no good, but a foul was called on the way in. Henderson shoots number 2. It is good, and the ball game is tied at 100 all. Feed comes into Gus Williams. Gus around the pick of Sigma. Unseld has Gus. He's going to shoot from 20 feet. He hits! And it's 32 points for Gus Williams, and the Sonics break the tie. 102-100. Sigma turns, starts in at the foul line, pulls up, shoots. He hits! Jack Sigma with 18 points in the ball game. 104-100. Henderson through the key, goes in under. Shot blocked from behind by Sigma, but it's picked up and laid in by Ballard. Great offensive board play by Greg Ballard. And now the Sonic lead is back to 2. 104-102, and what a barn burner we have with a minute 52 left in this one.
Now Ballard from the outside gets it in low to Dandridge, goes inside, leaves it, and it's blocked by Sigma. Down by Gus Williams. 3-on-1 break.
But the Sonics have the lead, and they have the ball with a minute 9 to play. They did not get the easy basket they had hoped for, but they bring it in control of the ball. Just received word from the Sonic stat crew down below that Jack Sigma has 14 rebounds. He has 18 points, which I already told you, but he also has 5 block shots tonight, which is a career high for him in the playoffs. And we might note, too, that with those 5 block shots, Jack Sigma now has 14 block shots in the 4 games of this series, and by far leads everybody in that block shot department. Sonics bring it in. 50 seconds left in the ball game. Thank you. Everybody sits down. Gus Williams has it. 17 on the shot clock for Seattle. The Sonics lead 104-102. Goes to J.J. out high. Very big play this time. Everybody on an overplay on defense to DJ. 8 seconds on the shot clock. DJ shoots him inside the top of the circle. Misses. Rebound, Wesley Unseld. The Sonics had to force up a bad shot. The Bullets could tie it up. A great ball game down to the wire here. The Bullets have 20 seconds on the shot clock. 28 left in the game. The Sonics lead 104-102. Wesley Unseld will inbound, and here we go. Unseld brings it in to Bobby Dandridge. Dandridge out high on John Johnson. Dandridge one-on-one going inside. Feeds it under. Unseld fumbled the ball. He gets it back, goes in, puts up a short hook. It is good, and the ball game is tied. All right, Gus Williams gets it into Dennis Johnson. That last 18 seconds as the clock starts down. DJ trying to get the ball to Gus Williams. A big overplay on him. Finally gets it to Gus out high. Down to 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Gus Williams out high. Gus Williams starts in. Double team. He puts it up under pressure. In and out. Tough luck shot. Sigma rebound. Back with a short shot, but the clock runs out and no time left, and it goes into overtime.
There was no doubt that Washington needed this game. Out on fouls went Bobby Dandridge. Out on fouls went Elvin Hayes. Also in the overtime, exit Mr. Wesley Unseld.
Now down to 42 seconds. It goes in deep. Sigma right side. Gets put by Unseld. Puts up a shot. No good. But a foul called. The foul is on Unseld, and Wesley Unseld leads the ball game, and Jack Sigma goes to the free throw line. Wesley Unseld becomes the third of the Bullets to foul out of the ball game. He fouls out with 16 points. Jack Sigma to the line with 1 plus the penalty shot as the Bullets are over the limit. And now Dave Corzine has not played any tonight. Will come into action. Dave Corzine, a rookie from DePaul University. He will come in at center. Corzine got 7 rebounds in 9 minutes in the first half of game number 1 back at Washington a week ago Sunday. And has not seen much playing time since. Jack Sigma, 18 points, but Jack has been only 3 for 8 at the foul line tonight, or 4 for 8 at the foul line. Concentration under pressure. Sigma, the blonde banger from Illinois Wesleyan. Bounces the first one in. And it's 113-110. The Sonic lead at 3 points with 39 seconds to play in overtime. The crowd quiets for Sigma to shoot. Another big pressure shot. He fires. You tell me what happened. The second shot goes down. The Sonics go into a 4-point lead at 114 to 110, and the Bullets go into a huddle calling for a timeout.
Seattle was in control now, but the Bullets did have that one last chance, and they failed.
Corzine feeds into Greavy. Greavy out high. Greavy swings it right. Fires from 21. It's going to be short. Caught by Jack Sikma. Sikma hangs onto the ball. It's all over. The Sonics win the ball game as Greavy, under pressure, fired and missed. And the Sonics win the ball game with a final score 114 to 112. And listen to this crowd.
I talked to Jack Sikma immediately following the ball game about that great finish.
Jack, let me ask you a question. Did you breathe a bit of a sigh of relief when Wesley Unseld finally fouled out tonight?
Well, no, it was nice that, I got to the line and everything, but, hey, the game wasn't over until that final buzzer rang, and, they still had a chance at the end, so it went right down to the wire, and you can't worry about too much who's against you. You just got to go out and play hard.
Now it was back to Landover, Maryland, and game number 5. It was just 1 year earlier that the Bullets had won the NBA championship on Seattle's home court. Now it was the Sonics' chance to return that favor. The Bullets gave it their all, but as had been the case throughout the series, they could not keep up with the swiftness of the Supersonics. And in the fourth quarter, the Bullets' year-old championship was ready to head out west.
Goes to J.J., top of the key. Back to Brown. Freddie Brown back and forth. Freddie hesitates. A guy on him steps in from 15. Banks one in, and the Sonics lead for the first time tonight. Seattle is on top by a score of 70 to 69. In this potentially championship game for Seattle. Fred out on top. Swings it right side. Hayes takes him in a switch. Beats to Sikma. Top of the key. Back to Brown. Back to Sikma. Sikma started to be open. Unseld popped the ball loose. Sikma gets it back. The shot clock at 12. Pass into Shelton right side from 10. Lonnie shoots. It swirls the rim and drops in. And Lonnie Shelton gets his 14th point of the ball game, and the Sonics lead by 3. Their biggest lead of the night, 72 to 69. We're down to 8:34. It goes in deep to Sikma. Turns, shoots into the face of Unseld. He hits in the fourth quarter. Again, the tough fourth quarter player, Jack Sikma, gives the Sonics a 3-point lead at 74 to 71. Back out on top to DJ. Right side, Freddie Brown shoots from 21. Downtown, pushes. Freddie Brown, 12 points for the night. Sonics lead 76-73. Seattle moving in front court to our left in what could be their first ever championship contest. John Johnson, top of the key, backing in on Ballard. Passing under Dennis Johnson. DJ in the key puts up a short hook shot. In and out and back in again. As DJ moving out to the left, fired one right into the face of Bobby Dandridge. A little face the basket hooker, and it is 78-74, and the Sonics have their biggest lead of the night at 4 points. DJ up the right side to John Johnson. Gets Freddie Brown in the corner, screens Brown from 22. Good! And a foul was called as Elvin Hayes came around. Freddie Brown knocked down. The basket will count. The Big E is called for a foul. The Sonics lead by 6. Brown will go to the line with a big free throw coming up as timeout is called.
You could feel it now. The Seattle Supersonics were going to be the champions of the world.
Cuts around his man inside. Dishes out to DJ from 10. DJ fires. It's good. Dennis Johnson. DJ complaining he got hit on the back of the head as the Sonics lead by 4. 40 seconds to go. Larry Wright down court with Gus Williams reaching in, and he gets called for a reaching in foul. His first foul shot is good. Wright, incidentally, had made 19 in a row in the playoffs before he missed that one a week ago Sunday. Now the Bullets trail by 3. Wright with 13 points in this ball game. Here's Wright's next shot. It is good. 95 to 93. Sonics lead is again at 2 points, and what a fateful play this one is coming up. 35 seconds left in the ball game. If the Sonics fail to score this time, the Bullets could tie it up. Gus Williams with the ball out high. Feed over to Dennis Johnson. Looks for Sikma cutting across. Unseld gives Sikma push. Jack turns, starts to drive. Double team, backs away, feeds out to DJ. Foul line jumper, DJ. Off the rim, no good. Ball popped around. JJ with the ball. He started to shoot, and they decided to run the clock. 14 seconds left, and Phil Chenier fouls Gus Williams. As the Sonics nose in on what could be their first championship game ever. It's down to 12 seconds. It's 95 to 93. A missed shot by the Sonics, but John Johnson got the rebound. And then Gus Williams, dribbling in and out, got fouled by Phil Chenier, and now the pressure is all on Gus Williams. He shoots. He hits. And the Sonics lead by 3. And the Sonic bench is going wild. Assistant coach Les Habegger is just about to do his famous Phoenix version of the Habegger hop. 96-93 Sonics. This ball game is not over, but it's close. Gus shoots. He hits. 97-93 on the Bullets call for a timeout. On the inbounds pass, fires in. Ballard long on top of the key. No good. Rebound, John Johnson. Sonics have it. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4. Pass to Gus Williams. 3, 2, 1. And the Supersonics win their first ever NBA championship. The ball sails high in the air. Les Haberger does the Haberger hop. The Sonics are ecstatic. The horns are honking around the Pacific Northwest. And I'm sure here's a big round of applause from the Washington Bullets fans for both ball clubs, mainly for the Washington Bullets, but for both teams. The last 2 games of this series, simply outstanding ball games. The final score is the Seattle Supersonics win their first ever NBA championship, Seattle 97 and the Washington Bullets 93. Ed, and we have Lenny Wilkins with us. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel great, Bob. It's something I've always wanted, even as a player, and it's something that we all kind of vowed when we came to Seattle, that we want to bring a championship home, and I think it's just a great feeling.
Before the ball game on our pregame show, you said you were getting tired of looking at my face across the microphone on that show. At that time, did you have a real deep inside feeling that tonight might be the night?
I felt real good. The players felt good, as we talked about earlier. We knew that we were going to be in for a great game. We knew the Bullets would not lay down and die. They're a great team. But we also felt very confident, and we just felt that we had to play our type of game.
How about the vote for Dennis Johnson on the MVP?
I thought it was fantastic. It's great. You know, we have Jack Sigler, Gus Williams. I mean, a lot of people could have gotten it. I think Dennis just had a fabulous series. He's just a real outstanding player, and I know that Dennis would like all his teammates to share in that.
Lenny, this, of course, has to be the biggest moment of your professional basketball life. Now, what are you going to do for an encore?
Come back and try and win it again.
Basketball, from the opening tip up to the final call. You can be with the people and hear them shout as you watch a shooting star.
Here comes Bob Blackburn off the plane. Here comes Sam Schulman with the trophy. Sam looks tired but happy. Here's Lenny Wilkins with him as they come off the plane. What a sight. The championship trophy of the world. Sam and Lenny bring it down the rampway to Seattle. And there's Dennis Johnson, Jack Sigma. There's Lonnie Shelton. In the green shirt, Joe Hassett. Right behind him, Dennis Autry. After Dennis, there's John Johnson. There's Paul Silas. Right behind him, Dick Snyder. Then Wally Walker. Assistant coach, Les Habeger. And downtown, Freddie Brown.
Sonics, yeah, you're okay. You bring us all the thrills of the NBA. It's great to hear that Sonic boom hit the door when the Supersonics.
The moment has finally arrived, and to start our festivities, to welcome the Seattle Supersonics home, the voice of the Supersonics, the only voice, Bob Blackburn.
All right, Wayne, thank you very much. Ain't it fun being number one? 2 years ago, if the city of Portland had 50,000 out, there have to be 250,000 out here today. All right, we would like to introduce the man who is officially going to proclaim the festivities underway by presenting the key to the city and what goes with it to the people who should get it. Your mayor, Charles Royer. Mayor.
Before I present the key to the city, I would like to read this proclamation. Whereas the team we honor today is more powerful than a mighty locomotive, and whereas this team is able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, and whereas, most important of all, this team is faster than a whole crowd of speeding bullets, and whereas this team is neither a bird nor a plane, but Supersonics, now, therefore, I, Charles Royer, Mayor of the city, etc., do hereby proclaim Monday, June 4th, as Sonics Day in Seattle.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Are you really sure you want to give me the key to the city? On behalf of the Seattle Supersonics, we thank you very much.
Ladies ladies and gentlemen, 12 years ago, you know, something like this doesn't just happen. It takes somebody with vision, with foresight, and a lot of guts. For 12 years, I have lived with this man, his ups and downs, and I think today he probably has to be the proudest man in the United States, maybe the world. As we take a look at the president and the principal owner of the Supersonics, there are 3 words through the years that I would like to introduce Sam with. When we started, it was anticipation. Through many years, it was frustration. And today, Sam Shulman, jubilation.
If there are any fat ladies in the crowd, please feel free to sing. But you have to sing our song. You are without a doubt the greatest sports fans in the world. I said it 12 years ago, and I say it today. God bless you.
Now representing the entire Sonic organization, the man who is general manager, and this guy has to be pretty happy today too, Zolly Volchek. Zolly?
I just want to say one word. These gentlemen that are running through the place, they're truant officers taking lists of names.
And isn't it great that none of the kids got out of school today to come to this? Huh? They say that he doesn't smile very often, but his face is in a grin for the last 4 days, and it hasn't quit. The coach, the guy that has created all of these miracles, Lenny Wilkins. Lenny?
Thank you very much. It's been kind of a fantastic year, and I don't think any of it could have been accomplished without the willingness of the players. And I think that we have just some fantastic people on our ball club. They've made Les and I look like geniuses all year long. So, first of all, we'll introduce the best assistant coach in the league, Les Harbager.
Thank you, Lenny. All I want to say is, in the words of a guy named Winston Churchill many years ago, this is not the beginning of the end. This is only the end of the beginning, because we're going to be back again and again and again.
So, Bob, from now on, when you want someone to make predictions, talk to Les. Okay. Joe Hassett. Come on.
I don't know what to say. I never won a championship before, but this is a nice way to start, and I hope it's the beginning of many more. Thank you.
The guy that we brought in especially to give us some help against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Dennis Autry.
Well, I always noticed when I came into Seattle in previous years that how tough it was to win here. And a good share of that was the way the fans are. But I found out I was just wrong because I was on the wrong team. Because when you come and you play for Seattle, it's the greatest place in the world to play.
Hey, someone who is not a stranger to you came in this year and did a tremendous job for us, Dick Snyder.
Yep, I'm smiling. I'm going to be smiling for months. Let's be right back here again next year and do it all again.
And probably the most eligible bachelor in the Northwest, Wally Walker.
It's been a great pleasure and thrill for me to be a part of this and keep a championship in the Northwest. And I expect us to be back here challenging again next year.
Very instrumental in everything the Sonics accomplished this year, Tommy Lagarde.
I just want to say I feel very fortunate to be in Seattle at this time, and it's great to be a champion. I'm just glad to be a part of it. Thanks.
as Lonnie Shelton said, we want to thank Commissioner O'Brien. So without further ado, Lonnie Shelton.
When I first came here, I had a lot of memories of the team that I used to play for my first 2 years in the league. But after today, I can hardly remember where I was last year.
Probably one of the most underrated players in the league. Not with the Seattle fans, though. Led our team in assists. John Johnson.
I just like to say I'm happy to be part of it, and this is the greatest year I ever experienced in pro basketball.
The best way I can describe him is when we drafted him, everybody said, Jack who? Jack Sigma.
I'd just like to thank everyone, and I'd really like to make a habit of this. This is good. Thanks.
The guy that gave our young players a lesson in rebounding. Better known as number 35, Paul Silas.
This is really something. You're really something. And like one of those dudes said, I don't know who said it, but we're going to return next year with another championship. Thank you.
And our most valuable player, Dennis Johnson.
Thank you. I got chosen MVP in the playoffs, but I myself, really, without the help of 10 other guys, 2 coaches and a trainer, would never have received that award if it weren't for my teammates, the coaches and the trainers. I'd like to say thank you.
There's a lot of tender love and care given to the players. And I want you to meet Frank Furtado, our trainer.
There's a slogan by an outfit that calls themselves number 2. We're number 1, but we are going to try harder.
Do I have to say it? Downtown Freddie Brown.
It's been a long time coming, and I know how all you feel, and I feel the same way that you do. And I just like to say it couldn't have been better with a finer group of young men. That's what we have here in the organization. The 2 coaches, Frank, and my family, and all of you and the people who can't make it here today. Thank you very much. We deserve it.
Gus Williams' family was all in Washington, and he had to go home with them, and I don't think he was able to get back in time, but Gus wants to express his feelings towards you fans also. Really, it's been a tremendous year, and the players, the coaches, the whole organization, we feel that the only reason we were able to accomplish what we did was because of you people, and we want to thank you very much.
And before we sign off today, one order of business. Bill Scott has a little cheer he wants to lead.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor for me to be involved with this group. I would like all of you to help me convey to them how we feel about the Sonics. Are you ready? Give me an S. Give me an O. Give me an N. Give me an I. Give me a C. Give me an S. Now tell the whole world who's the world champion.
And so the opera was over after just 1 year. However, my friend, don't get the idea that the Sonics will suffer a similar fate. They felt they deserved that championship a year earlier, but they didn't win it. So in defeat, they learned a very valuable lesson. It does not matter how close you come. Nothing can ever replace being known as the best. The Sonics have been there. They can tell you. So for Lenny Wilkins and his 11 dedicated sons, this is Bob Blackburn, voice of the Sonics, saying, see you next season.
Yeah, you're okay. You bring us all the thrills of the NBA. It's great to hear that Sonic boom hit the dome when the Supersonics play at home.